These notes are on factoring trinomials when a is greater than 1. And there's a few different methods that we can use for this. I'm going to show you two different ones. Today, I'm going to show you the old school method. It's also known as factoring by grouping. And then tomorrow I will show you a new school method, if you will, that doesn't involve having to factor out the GCF. So there are 5 steps to factoring with this method. Step 1 is to multiply a times c. And if you don't know what that means, this is a trinomial right here. This number is the a, and this number is the c. Now when I say a times c, I don't need you to include that x right there. Okay, just the number in front of it. And then find 2 numbers that multiply to get a times c and add to get b. So that's like how we were factoring before. Multiply these 2, and then it has to add to get to the b. And then steps 3 through 5 is the new stuff. And I will explain this when I go over these examples down here. But split b into 2 terms. Factor out the GCF of the first 2 terms and the last 2 terms. And that's when we're going to group them. And then inside the parentheses should match. That's one of the factors. The other factor is the 2 terms that will be outside of the parentheses. And those probably don't make much sense to you right now, but it will, hopefully. So if you haven't finished writing down the steps, please pause this video because I'm going to scoot it down and we're going to do 4 examples. Okay, so step 1 tells me to multiply a times c. So 3 times negative 10 is negative 30. So I'm looking for 2 numbers that multiply to get me negative 30. And then they have to add to get me 1. Okay, so basically these numbers need to be 1 number apart from each other and 1 positive, 1 negative. It will be a positive 6 times a negative 5. That will get me negative 30, and then 6 minus 5 is a positive 1. So now I'm going to rewrite this trinomial, but I'm going to make it a polynomial with 4 terms, and I'm going to kind of split that x. So it will be 3x squared plus 6x minus 5x minus 10. I get those 2 numbers from right there. And if you think about it, 6x minus 5x, that's just 1x. That's what we started with. We just have to split it into 2 different numbers so we can group them and factor them that way. Okay, so now you need to put the first 2 terms inside parentheses, and then put the last 2 terms inside parentheses. Now we have to find the GCFs of both groups. And if you're not good at finding the GCF, you're probably not going to like this method. And hopefully tomorrow's method you will like better. But the GCF of 3x squared plus 6x is 3x. And when I take out the 3x, I am left with x plus 2. I get that because 3 divided by 3 is 1, so there's kind of an imaginary 1 in front of the x. And then you subtract the exponents. So 2 minus 1 is 1, so there's my x. And then 6 divided by 3 is 2, and then the x's cancel each other out because 1 minus 1 is 0. Moving over to this one, if the first term is negative, your GCF will also be negative. So my GCF here is a negative 5. Negative 5 goes into both negative 5 and the 10. So negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1, so I'm just left with x right there. Negative 10 divided by negative 5 is a positive 2. Remember that a negative divided by a negative makes a positive. And then these 2 inside the parentheses should match. If they do, that's one of your answers. So x plus 2 is one of the factors. The other one comes from 3x minus 5. And there's your answer. If you multiply it back out, you should wind up with that answer right there. And if you don't know where I got the 3x and the -5 from, those were the 2 GCFs that we took out. Okay, I'm going to scoot it over a little bit and do number 2. So same step over here. I'm going to multiply 2 times 5 to get a positive 10. And then the middle term is -7. So 2 numbers that multiply to get me 10 and add to get me -7 are -5 and -2. And it does not matter which one you put first when you write out the 4 terms. So 2y squared, you can either do -5y or -2y. I'll do -5y since I wrote it in that order already. Okay. Then you do your parentheses. And make sure you include that negative sign with the 2y. So here, 2 and 5, they don't have anything in common, but they each have a y. So my GCF here is just y. And left inside would be 2y minus 5. Over here, they don't have anything in common except for a -1. And I brought out a -1 because that first term is negative. If it's positive, then I would just bring out a +1. So left inside is 2y minus 5. This sign changes from up here because I divided by a -1. These two match, so that's one of my answers. Other answer is y minus 1. And that's it. Okay, 2 more. Okay, so here, multiply a times c. 2 times 3 is 6. And then I have to add to get 7. So that one is going to be a +6 times a +1, because 6 plus 1 is 7. So 2w squared plus 6w plus w, you can also put 1w if you want to, plus 3. And then group the first 2 terms together and the last 2 terms together. GCF here is going to be a number and a variable because they both have w's. So GCF is 2w, and left inside is w plus 3. Subtract the exponents here, and then 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, over here I do not have a GCF, but I need a placeholder for that, so I bring out a +1. That doesn't change anything inside the parentheses, so inside is still w plus 3. So one answer is w plus 3, the other is 2w plus 1. Hopefully you're getting the hang of this. It's not as bad. The biggest struggle is to find the GCF. And the last one, number 4, multiply a times c, so 12 times 1 is 12, and I need it to add to get 8. Oops. Our numbers are going to be 6 times 2, because 6 plus 2 is 8. So 12c squared plus 6c plus 2c plus 1. Okay, group them together. GCF here, 6 goes into both of them, and they each have a c, so it's going to be 6c. 12 divided by 6 is 2, and I'm left with 1c there. 6c divided by itself would just be a +1. Over here, they don't share anything in common, so just bring out a +1 as its placeholder. 2c plus 1. Okay, these two match, so that's one of my answers. Other is going to be 6c plus 1. Okay, that is it for this method. Hopefully you can get really good at this one or the other method that I show you tomorrow. But that is it for your notes.